What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got a counterpunch and interview that I seen today concerning Carl the Cobra Froch. Carl Froch, of course, is the retired champion. He's the commentator now, but he had some things to say about Anthony Joshua. He stated that Anthony Joshua's new image is not becoming. He stated that maybe it was the trip over, maybe it was cranky or something like that, but the name calling, the trash talking, that's not him. He needs to stay true to himself. He needs to not allow certain distractions like Jarrell Miller get to him. He also said, he's not trying to criticize Anthony Joshua. He just thinks that, he is coming out of his character. This is not him, and I've heard other videos on this, so I'm going to counterpunch them all. Okay. They say it makes you vulnerable. There is some truth to what Carl Froch said. Now, if, and only if, Anthony Joshua is this person in particular, but one thing this will tell you, he said this new image. That means he hasn't been acting like this with other fighters. But then, let's be fair, other fighters haven't came to Joshua like that. And it's not like you never seen Joshua pissed off about something. The man's human. He gets pissed off. He just doesn't show it a lot until now. Dillian White said something about Anthony Joshua when, after he called him a lanky piece of shit. He said that image, that clean-cut image it's bullshit. You know what I mean? So it might be the true Anthony Joshua, But then who else would bring out the true Anthony Joshua if this is really him? No other than Jarrell Miller, a shit-talking guru, right? From New York. So either way, if you look at it, if he was, if he had his good guy game on or his good guy image on, that jacket, and Jarrell Miller was able to bring him into this real person that he really is, it's still advantage Jarrell Miller. Because Jarrell Miller was able to make a guy that's normally not pissed off act in a different manner at press conferences. So Joshua says it's just publicity, but I think he was actually genuinely pissed. I think Jarrell Miller is. I think Jarrell is getting to his head. And Anthony Joshua does want more than anything to knock his block off. That may very well happen. But as you can remember something, in the Klitschko fight, Joshua thought he had Klitschko dead to right when he took him down in the 5th round. Adrenaline was high, blood was pumping. Of course, when your adrenaline's that high, you tend to get tired faster. Okay, so that could happen because he's too eager to get Big Baby out of there. That could happen because a lot of people don't, when they're affected in certain ways, they don't fight as well. So it just depends. Jarrell Miller is either playing a very smart game or a very dangerous game. Again, as far as Carl Froch, he made his comment. Everyone's, true to their own opinion or whatnot. But Anthony Joshua has a dark side. I did a video previous. You can piss him off. He alluded to that in a DAZN interview when he was in New York. And then this was way before Miller. He was signed to fight Miller. But he was in New York saying, people keep poking at you. You're going to turn around to see who's poking at you. So those are little hints that let you know that Anthony Joshua does have a temper. He does. So, yeah, the man can be intimidated. I don't know necessarily about thin skin. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know about, that makes him vulnerable or whatever. Well, it can make him, it does make you wonder what he's going to do in the ring the night of the fight after all this buildup. That does make you wonder, hey, how will he perform? when he does fight Jarrell Miller, all the trash talk? Will it affect his performance? See, that's all yet to be seen. But Jarrell Miller was able to bring this man out, right? Or he was able to make this person that is normally tranquil the opposite, outrate, unglued. So, but I think that those comments about Anthony Joshua concerning Carl Froch, he has some truth to it. I think that he can do things in the ring that will affect him or can affect him, or it will affect him to what degree. We just have to see, guys. We really don't know. So, but again, Jarrell Miller, he's playing a dangerous game, or a very smart one, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think AJ, this is the real AJ, and AJ was just like, hey, I'm the tranquil guy, and then, you know what I mean? I think, or was he always this way? And, and Jarrell Miller was just able to bring that person out, that same person that Dillian White mentioned that AJ really was, right? But anyway, you guys tell me. I want your feedback on it. Give me your take on it. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.